Hey guys, it's number 31 here, but the guy in front of us recognizes pretty late that he wants to go for 32. The golden rule on the road: always drive max selfish and never follow a road you are on by mistake, but endanger others with stupid moves. Very much the same story when others are not driving your preferred speed. The thing may be called a driving license, but many seem to take it as a license to do whatever the they want. Watch how ridiculously late he moves back into his lane, especially endangering oncoming traffic for no reason. Guy with an idiot license. Isn't it funny in a very sad way how some people don't show the slightest reaction when getting violently honked at? This guy did not use his mirrors at all and kept going left like absolutely nothing was there. Such behavior is unreal to me. If the camera driver was just a tiny bit further ahead, this ignorant and oblivious mofo would have fully crashed into him, resulting in one of those absolutely avoidable accidents. I wonder if he even had the slightest realization what big mess up he had created there. No facepalm on earth is enough for such behavior. We need more clips where people act intelligent and considerate. But this here is not such a one. It shows the kind of people I despise to the end of the world and back. Entering roundabouts, you need to take more than one look. In this case, the driver might have taken a look, but right at the moment where our car was blocked by the pillar of his, as his head is right behind the pillar and he didn't look again for traffic when actually entering the roundabout. One quick and dirty look often isn't enough when pushing a heavy object around public space where other people are pushing around heavy objects. FYI, on the right behind this wall is a hospital. The cab driver should have been looking a little better, but aside from that, in case of a hit, the cops would have been already there. There. Car. And the car got a trailer, and now it doesn't anymore. The trailer didn't feel for a trip and wanted to stay home. Funny enough, the driver did not recognize his loss at all, so he kept going and might have gone for hours until recognizing his major oopsie. So Gonzo takes the chance at the next light to tell him about it. Well, simple lesson for you to take your responsibilities for serious, because this trailer was certainly not attached properly. Pretty blurry, but there is a cyclist and he wants to cross the road. If only he would look right a single time. There are a lot of red light runners, you keep seeing them, right? But how often do you see green light stoppers? I don't know what his mission was or where he was intending to go. This is really not a good driving for somebody who got children in his van. That sounds even more awkward than intended. Ah, a lovely sight. Those pedestrians not giving a quarter of a fuck. Die Hard much? Well, those pedestrians can still be considered a funny clip. What's not funny at all is the guy driving here with hazards. Why does he drive with hazards? Because this unbelievable bad excuse for a human being is driving with a completely frozen windshield. Why would anybody do that? I'm absolutely sure any cop seeing that would immediately stop him. Rightfully so, because stupidity only reaches so far until somebody dies. You guys know I keep preaching about staying relaxed in traffic, preferably not using your high beam or your horn when not totally needed. Because it keeps happening again. When you do, that such heroes as this van driver get offended by that and you end up with really goddamn pointless road rage.
Vorfahrt kennst du, oder? Ja, Vorfahrt kennst du, oder?
Du warst da hinten.
Ich habe es auf Kamera, willst du sehen?
Ja, ich habe noch Kamera.
Ja.
Dann mach auch den Scheiß
Ja, da gehst du wieder, ne? Komm, fahr! Fahr jetzt! Fahr! Ja.
Sadly, the video just ends like that. Let's continue with some proper obliviousness, impatience, and recklessness. I have a hard time trying to understand how you would drive in such an ignorant manner. Similar to the following guy here, who doesn't only overtake in a pretty fast manner, but also makes this red light ahead think about its life choices. Maybe it should have aimed for a different career. So, how do red light runs feel for cross traffic? I don't think you need me to tell you how easily really bad accidents happen this way, right? It's not like those lights are at those intersections because they were only taking up space in the basement of the officials and needed to be placed somewhere just to mess with people. Too bad there are usually no flashes at lights when people race over them dangerously. You commonly see it when people just decide to cross the intersection a little bit too late. I will tell you in a second what's messed up here. Let's watch first. So, the Mercedes wants to overtake our driver and almost cuts him off. Yes, that's a bad move. But this whole maneuver only turned out so ridiculous because the camera driver intentionally sped up quite a bit over the speed limit to prevent the Mercedes from getting in front of him, which additionally had him approach the pedestrian crossing pretty fast, which was even used by people at that point. So apparently due to stupid spitefulness, our camera driver did not want to let another car pass him and so generated a pretty dangerous situation for several people. Boy, how I would like to have a good, long and deep conversation with him about his traffic mentality. Remember to watch your mirrors when getting out the car. Otherwise, the door will be gone and the mirrors with it. We got the info that the owner of the BMW was informed by the camera owner but wasn't interested in the video. So I guess he didn't find damages on his car because it doesn't seem like the SUV driver cared much about the whole thing. He just gets out and took a look at his own car for damages. Ah, big sigh. Look at this railroad crossing, almost looks like a vault, to make sure nobody crosses it because it looks like it's aligned for fast and heavy train traffic. Still, this guy here crosses all of it without any care in the world, as relaxed as could be. I am not sure if he was even looking to the side at any point. Aside from his dangerous move, he may even cause big issues for many people without even realizing it. This white thing there is a radar system, which checks the whole crossing area for objects. So it's very likely the system recognized this dumbass and caused the approaching train to automatically hit the emergency brakes, making people fly around in the train and causing serious delays. Because the data from the radar system first needs to be checked and made sure that indeed nothing is on the tracks before the train gets back to business. Thanks a lot, stranger. Walking over closed rails is no good idea. Same counts for a fast multi-lane road without sidewalk or even a shoulder. Loads of ignorance and obliviousness that we saw, but hey, there are still considerate and respectful people around. Our camera driver is hitting a road with parking spots where himself and the bus would not fit on. So he lets the bus driver know at the first moment that he can pass, and he does. Such a really beautiful little moments in traffic. Look at this, we've got this Mercedes crawling up the acceleration lane, and I guess he does at least have 150 horsepower, but he does not dare to hit the gas and enters the freeway at a ridiculous speed. Seriously, if you are afraid of driving properly, take the bus! Sadly, some people do dare to hit the gas, and they do it hard. We've got rainy conditions and this lunatic is entering the freeway at around 200 kph. This is beyond any common sense, and once hydroplaning will remind him of this unimportant little thing called physics, I hope he will only kill himself but nobody else. Here it's not rainy, but yeah, Captain Obvious kicks in. Anyway, this truck might not have ended up there due to some bad driving, but possibly this intense wind pushing him off the road. I really feel bad for the poor driver, and it would have been a good choice if somebody would have been offering some help here instead of just driving by. Who knows how long the tow truck will take, and the driver not daring to sit in the car due to the risk of it fully tipping over. It doesn't get any more unfortunate. A beautiful sight of full level obliviousness. Not checking the mirrors, no shoulder check, just slam yourself into the other lane and not giving a flying f*** about others. This priceless encounter was our last one for today. What you're seeing here are just some interesting airport lights and serve no other purpose but delivering a transition for me telling you to go watch another video from Crowd Observations. You know that you want to. You do, you're not fooling me. So I will head off, but don't worry, I'll be back sooner than you are willing to tolerate me. See ya!